think that's the main melody. I'm looking for this pluck that comes in here. I'm not sure if I've imported the wrong thing there, but I think you sent me the main melody by accident.
Let me correct it, mate.
Can't hear you.
Let me correct it 1 second.
Sure. This is the issue that's going on with this plug. We just got one little plug. Now, if we play the track, you can hear it. Just a bit of a basic sound that's coming through. Now, you've already got, excuse me, big T-burp there. You've already got your pluck in there, but it's just not coming through enough, so I'm going to have to layer it up. And I would suggest that anyway, you would layer it up. To keep the track from getting boring, you would start with one pluck and then layer it up. So I'm going to just add the first layer to make up from your engineering on the pluck. And then I'm going to add a second layer and show you how you can add a bit more excitement and keeping the track a bit moving a little bit. So let's go and try and use June. Off. Now the delay is going to be super important here. Tell you what, I'm going to use silent for just to layer it up, and then June for a kind of nice different sound. Straight away, let's try and find a point where the cutoff filter, well, where the lead comes in. It's crescendo. So we're going to start off quiet. There's no point in us mixing our lead in here. We need to find the loudest point of the pluck and mix it in there. It actually sounds like it doesn't really move up much. It doesn't really kind of automate up. It just kind of comes in. So we'll just do the same. I just want that pluck to come up a little bit. So I like to use this vocal add breath and just bring it to life a little bit. There you go. So that's now nicely cutting through now, and that's how it should have sounded in the first place. So now let's add a second layer, lead, whatever. If it now starts to fade up a little bit. And this will just keep excitement, and we're going to fade this in with the low pass filter. Sorry, the cutoff filter rather. Let's have a look at using. Just notice as well that I went on a synth, and sometimes you have to adjust the delay or the reverb. You know, make sure that. I like to rely on processing that's designed for one reason, i.e. a delay. So in in silence delay, I'll turn it down a little bit. I don't like to turn it off. I like to find a nice balance between the two. So people always ask me, like, should you turn off the effects on the synth? Personally, I don't like to turn them off. I like to just get them on a nice balance. So I'm going to try and use June. It's one of my favourite plugins. I need to buy a new version. Quick look how much it costs. June free. Probably makes no difference. I just like having the latest version. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit an idiot like that. Cheap either. But yeah, super good synth. It's just one of them ones that's not really that known, but it is really nice. And these sounds are lovely. Now what's happening with this cutoff is it's not going all the way down. So some do, some don't. So in this case, we need to put a high pass filter on and fade it in. And again, before we mess about mixing it all, we want to know where we're mixing it to. So let's have a look where the track goes. So what we're going to filter cutoff's not going to be all the way to the end. Fade it in. Got a high pass filter. So it doesn't come into. Just quickly, I'm thinking the Pluck's a bit loud, so just turning it down a couple of decibels at a time until it's nice and mixed. Now on the second pluck, I'm going to use some stereo spread, just to spread it across the stereo field. Now when I make my tracks, I make sure I've got 20 to 30 elements running through the panning left and right, or stereo spread left and right, between 2% and 100%. So I'm really making use of my stereo field. Now we've already got a really nice pluck in the middle here. Lokesh, you've got that pluck there in the track. So for this new one coming in, I'm just going to spread it a little bit. Now you always want to make sure that you write down your increments. So Logic's got a nice little note section. You just write down, and I just write my percentages. So I'll make sure I've got like 20 to 30 elements that are going between the track, you know. Real life stuff, this, mate. Real life stuff. Real life producer shit. So yeah, so,
no, that's good, man. Good tip.
So you've got 5, you know, I'd have 2%, 4%, 6%, running between 20 and 30 channels. And what it means is we're making use of our stereo field. So now this pluck is going to be spread. Imagine you putting your hands in the sound and spreading it across. So it's going to give it more space, and it's going to make the track wider. And there's just lots of benefits to doing this. So to finish off this sound, we're going to use Omniboys. It's just going to add a really nice delay. It's an atmospheric delay, kind of made famous by Sean Tyas, in my opinion. And it's just a really nice, processing unit to put on your counter melodies. Not your main ones, but you know, like I said, your layers and things like that. It's just going to make it a little bit more dreamy, and it brings it to life, and it spreads it across the stereo field left and right. Super nice. ended up changing the sound because I felt that playing them together, they were just too similar. So I've got a nice lead sound now, and it's going to really add depth to this kind of this sound. Again, on this sound, the cutoff filter doesn't take it all the way down, so we need to make sure we're doing that manually with a high pass filter. And the great way I've set up my template is it's just a one-stop shop. We've got the EQ on there already, so whenever I need to do this, it's nice and simple. It's all about efficiency and creating a way of working. And that's why I created my 10-step guide, because it's just very efficient and it gets shit done. So there you go, a little bit of layering. So what we've done, we've taken the first melody on here, and yeah, we've basically made it how it should sound in the first place. So we just had a nice little silence on there, just a nice little pluck, just really cuts through the mix. We've added some novelty character, and that just brings the pluck to life massively. We've added a delay on there, and we've also made sure that we went into silence and checked the delays on that to make sure it all works. And yeah, we've got it all mixed nicely. We found the loudest point where it comes in, which is pretty much straight away. But I have actually automated the pluck up, so as it starts to build up a little bit, it does build up with the pluck builds up with the track. And then we've added a second lead or pluck or whatever. And yeah, this is to kind of add excitement to the track, and it means it doesn't get as boring, it doesn't get stale, because as the track carries on, a new sound comes up. And we've chosen a sound that's a little bit different. It adds a lot of depth to the first sound. There's no point in choosing two sounds that are the same. So really make sure that you're careful with that. And on there, we've spread it, pushed it across the stereo field, which means we're making use of that stereo field available to us, which most people forget. And then yeah, we've got the delay on there. I did find the Omni Boys kind of made the sound a bit too messy, so I've taken it off. And yeah, if we have a little listen before or with and without. make, you know, 2 little changes, the simplest thing in the world, but it comes down to experience and having the ears to understand that. But yeah, this is what I'm doing, you know. I'm taking clients' tracks, building on them, showing them what needs to be done. And yeah, super fun. Hope you liked it.